Hi, welcome to this video. In today's video, I'm going to do very interesting problem of Greece mathematical Olympiad. If f of n equal to n plus 1 plus square root of n multiplied by n plus 1 over square root of n plus 1 plus square root of n as a positive integer, okay? So the question we have to evaluate f of 1 and the sum of f of k as k goes from 1 to 400, okay? Go ahead with this video and give a hand to this problem. When you worry, keep watching to see how to solve this problem. Okay, let's get into the solution now. The first table, I'm going to calculate f of 1, okay? So f of 1, we are simply going to plug number 1 into this function. So I will have 2 multiplied by 1 plus square root of 1 multiplied by 1 plus 1 over square root of 1 plus 1 plus square root of 1. This one is 2 square root of 2 over square root of 2 plus 1, okay? By multiplying by conjugate, okay? So we'll have 2 plus square root of 2 multiplied by square root of 2 minus 1, okay? This is the conjugate of this one. So over square root of 2 plus 1 is multiplied by square root of 2 minus 1, okay? If you distribute this one, 2 multiplied by square root of 2 minus 2 plus 2 minus 1 over 2 minus 1, okay? So now f of 1 equal this one, 2, it will be cancelled out. I will have, now let's move on to calculate this sum, okay? We have f of k, as k goes from 1 to 400, equal f of 1 plus f of 2 and all the way down to f of 400, okay? So before I'm evaluating this one, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to calculate term by term. So now I'm moving on to calculate f of 2 by plugging number 2 into this function. We'll have 2 multiplied by 2 plus 1 plus square root of 2 multiplied 2 plus 1, which is 3, over square root of 2 plus 1, which is 3, plus square root of 2. So I will have 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5, plus square root of 2 multiplied by 3 over square root of 3 plus square root of 2. Now I'm going to rationalize this one by multiplying by conjugate. So I will have 5 plus square root of 2 multiplied by 3 over square root of 3 plus square root of 2 is multiplied by conjugate square root of 3 minus square root of 2. Numerator and denominator is multiplied by square root of 3 minus square root of 2, okay? So now I'm going to distribute this one. So I will have f of 2, 5 multiplied by square root of 3, which is 5 square root of 3, minus 5 square root of 2, okay, plus, if you take a look at here, this square root of 2 multiplied by 3 is multiplied by square root of 3 is giving you 3 multiplied by square root of 2, because square root of 3 multiplied by square root of 3 equal 3 multiplied by square root of 2. So minus the last one, square root of 2 multiplied by square root of 2, which is minus 2 multiplied by square root of 3. The denominator, when you multiply the conjugate, is giving you 3 minus 2, which is 1, okay? I'm going to calculate these numbers. So 5 square root of 3 minus 2 square root of 3, which is 3 square root of 3, minus 5 square root of 2 plus 3 square root of 2, which is minus 2 square root of 2, okay? just if you take a look at the first term, f of 1 equal to if you take a look at this term, f of 1 equal 2 times square root of 2 minus 1. You see here, I found f of 2 equal 3 square root of 3 minus 2 square root 2 of 2. You see 2 square root of 2 multiplied by square root of 2 will be cancelled out because one is positive, the other one negative. This calculation will be keep repeating on the same form. All these terms will be written on this form. Okay, one of those terms will be cancelled out as you going up. Okay, over terms. So what happened now? What I'm going to do now? I'm going to calculate the next term after this one, which is f of 3, to see what's this arithmetic progression is. To see what's the next term. So f of 3, I'm going to plug number 3 into this function. I will have 2 multiplied by 3 plus 1 plus square root of 3 multiplied by 4 over square root of 4 because 3 plus 1 plus square root of 3. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to rationalize this one by multiplying by conjugate. So this one I will have 5 plus 1, which is 6. Okay. So 2 multiplied by 3, which is 6 plus 1, 7, equal to 7 plus square root of 3 multiplied by 4 over square root of 4 plus square root of 3. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to rationalize this one by conjugate. So I will have 7. So I will have 7 plus square root of 3 over 4. So we'll have 7 plus square root of 3 over 4 is multiplied by conjugate, which is square root of 4 minus square root of 3 over square root of 4 plus square root of 3 is multiplied by square root of 4 minus square root of 3. Okay. Now I have this expression. So if you calculate f of 3, now f of 3 equal, I'm going to distribute this one. So we'll have 7 multiplied by square root of 4 minus 7 multiplied by square root of 3 plus square root of 4 multiplied by square root of 3 multiplied by 4 is giving us plus 4 square root of 3. Next term I will have this one, this square root of this one, which is square root of 3 multiplied by 4 multiplied by square root of 4 is giving us plus 4. We have calculated these terms. We found the first term equal to square root 2 minus 1. F of 2 equal 3 square root of 3 minus 2 square root of 2. F of 3 equal 4 square root of 4 minus 3 square root of 3, and so on and so forth until you get the last term. Okay. If you take a look again at these terms, so one of these terms, each term will be cancelled by next following term, because these terms are written on the form of 2 numbers. Okay. Each term has 2 numbers. One of those numbers will be cancelled out by the following term. Okay. So this one is keep repeating all the way down until you get f of 399. We will be there repeat the same. We're gonna put 400 square root of 400, okay, minus 399 square root of 399, okay, because it's written on the same form. So if you calculate f of 400, which is last term, is giving us 401 square root of 41 minus 400 square root of 400. Okay, if I make the sum of these terms, as you see here, the first term will be cancelled with the following term. The second term will be cancelled out with the following term until you go to the last term. The last term will be cancelled out 400. It will be cancelled out with 400, square root of 400. 399 square root of 399 will be cancelled out with a number before this one. So what's left? So what's left? 41 square root of 41 minus 1. Okay. So I have done with this problem. Thank you for watching. I will see you in next video. Bye.